guess what? It's another pointless video about my designs. And yes, it is a childhood TV show once more. I was actually too old for Yo Gabba Gabba when it came out, but I do have 3 younger sisters, so I've watched quite a bit of it. I don't know why, because I went back to watch some, and I was like, damn, how is this watchable? But the mascots in Yo Gabba Gabba are very, very cute, and so I wanted to try and make some human designs of them. Full disclaimer, the actual mascots in Yo Gabba Gabba are children. Oh, well, no, there aren't children inside. They'd be really massive children. I mean that they are 4 to 11, I think, the actual characters that are played. But in my redesigns, I kind of just designed them. I just gave them like a human adult look. I started off with Foofa because I knew she would be one of the easier ones. I knew she was going to wear pink. I decided to go for a pink, red, and green type of mixture because she has the flower on her head, so I wanted to add some green into it. Yes, hers was very easy for me. Just lots of flowers, something very like homely and like cuddly. I like her shape. Her like pear shape is very like round and like inviting, pretty much. She's nice, she's sweet, she's a comforting character, so I wanted to put her in something that reflects that. I knew her main motif overall would be flowers, so I kind of tried to incorporate as many like soft petally shapes into the entire design as I can. I always saw Toodee as a little bit older, definitely like more tomboy vibes, especially compared to Foofa. They're kind of like, Foofa's the girly one and she's the more like tomboy one. I really liked these specific looks that I found on Pinterest. Like, I really love those pants. I just feel like she's funky, she's cute, and yeah, I kind of tried to create the shape of her face and her body in the shirt. Like the top of the shirt where the points come down mimic her little teeth, because I feel like her teeth are like the thing that really stand out on her design. When I posted the finished designs, Brobee I think was most people's favorite, which surprised me. But when thinking of his design, it came to me like straight away. Like his head looks like a big hood, you know how it like slopes out like that, so it was quite easy. And I just knew I kind of wanted to just bundle him up. One of Brobee's things is that his arms stretch out really far sometimes, and so I gave him these like super long sleeves to kind of represent that. Otherwise he was really easy. At first I wasn't sure if I was going to make Plex a robot or a guy with a robot head, like a TV head. I kind of went with the TV head angle, but it's kind of a mystery as well. It's like he could be a robot under there. To me it's like a guy, but I really love Plex. Plex was my favorite. I've always loved robots, but he's like a guide, and he's like the only one that's like not a kid because he's a robot. He like guides them, kind of like a fatherly figure. He's cute, I love him. So I kind of wanted to give him this funky type of like space suit, robotic suit type of thing. Yeah, that's it really, honestly. That's all I wanted to do. And I really liked these very kid-core like roller skates. Just for fun, just for vibes. Muno was definitely the most difficult one to design for me. I had a vague idea of what I wanted him to look like, but really like, I don't know, I kind of had to just like really try a bunch of stuff. It's like the opposite of Brobee, where I drew Brobee in like a second and I knew exactly what I wanted him to look like. Muno was like difficult. I knew I definitely wanted to put like that one big glasses on him. I don't imagine him with only one eye, but I needed to incorporate that one eye in him somehow, or else it was just kind of a guy in red. Muno has a bunch of lumps all over him, kind of like he's like a moon rock like alien type creature. I just represented those lumps in the sleeves that he's wearing because I didn't want to make him lumpy all over. I have trypophobia and it was gross. I love coloring, well actually I hate coloring, I hate picking colors usually, but I really love picking colors for characters that already exist that have really strong palettes, because then you can just use the shades that they have in them into the redesign. So these were I struggled like a little bit adding more color because I really didn't want them to just be like monochrome pink, monochrome blue. I did try and like have splashes of color in from other characters as well, like a little bit of green in Foofa, etc, etc. Like it's much easier when you have a character that you're going off of, because I hate coloring so much. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. One of the things I definitely wanted to represent with these characters was like kiddiness, fun, childhood vibes. Like I definitely went into like a kidcore more aesthetic when I was looking up references and ideas, because I love kidcore. It's my favorite aesthetic, absolutely my favorite, and I wanted to make sure that the colors were like bright in that way and silly, and like I think that I kind of did it. I think that I mostly did it. The reason that I do these designs beforehand that I'm not actually going to use in any like official art piece, because I do move on to the actual drawing that I wanted to do in the first place, but having these designs down like helps me with that drawing so much. Otherwise it would take 100 years deciding what they were going to wear. Anyway, I'm coloring them in. Did you like that? Muno was definitely the hardest to color. Actually, they were all kind of easy, and Muno was freaking hard. I did not know what to do, so this one takes the longest. Moving on to the main visual, I'm going to leave you in peace because I don't think I have anything to say. Look, maybe I'll pop in. Maybe I'll pop in sometimes, okay? Hey, don't blame me. Hey, when in Rome. Anyway, enjoy. You know, maybe I'll pop in. Maybe. I'm already popping in again just to say, hey, if you don't like line art, don't do it. I consider what I do to be line art, but it's very messy, it's very sketchy, because I hate doing clean line art. It's boring and it takes 100 years. My favorite way to draw characters, especially ones that have already got the design done and dusted for, another good reason to do the design beforehand and then just copy it over to the main visual, is I can go straight from the extremely basic blocked out shapes like these straight into doing the line art, and I don't have to do an extra sketch layer, which is just too much time and I don't care for it. I'm jumping right in. tend to make slight design adjustments when I'm doing the mane as well. Bit naughty, but I do it anyway. Oh my god, someone on Twitter was like, oh, I love how you've done those lip piercings for Muno. That's really smart how they look like his teeth. And I was like, oh, that would have been really smart. I just literally gave him those teeth. I gave him the little silly teeth. And with that, we are done. Sorry. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye, I guess.